has returned. And we are at 8 degrees. I don't know what's going on with my little compass thing. It's kind of acting weird, like there's a magnet around or something. But, yep. It's winter time. We're supposed to get 3 inches of this stuff today. Can anybody tell me what's in that box? Can y'all take a guess? Oh, I hate when you meet somebody. Yeah, look at that box. Take a guess what's in that. Well, I got a 3 9/16 stroker crank in the back seat there on the floor. I got a one-piece rear block in the back that we need to get cleaned up, so I'll do that today too. And get that checked out. And got a little bit of running to do, so as long as the snow don't stop me. But yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll keep on going and get to the shop. Like I said, I got running to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it all done or not, so only one way to find out. Winter's here, and I don't like it. Had to hook onto that guy's truck, pull it out there, so I'd quit drifting up here. It smells like somebody's got a fire. Smell wood burning pretty good. It does look like there's smoke up there, but somebody's probably got went to start the dually. You think that truck could start? Hell no. Oh, what's this? Hey, what's this? Some race car parts. Hey, nasty looking pan, but that's not the problem. There's the problem. Got a hole to fix in it before it can be used again and clean her up. Yes, cat. Oh, there's a dirty block. Now, where did that come from, huh? And you guys are going, what's in the box? What's in the box? I haven't showed you guys what's in the box yet, have I? Something I've been after for a while. Something I've been after for a while. I hope it doesn't say there either. It's loaned to me. It's not mine. Wish it was, but looky there. It is a crack checker. There's the white ironite. That gets pulled down into the... Uh-oh. Where'd that come from? And there's the pepper. Oh yeah, it's got some in it. See? Just barely see it. That pulls down to any cracks, so... Cool. We can crack check that block there here in a little bit. So, yep. If I can, I'll buy this off the guy, but right now it's just loaned. Which, yeah, that's nice. Because that is one of the... That nasty thing there is going to be going around in circles. And I had to wait to videotape a little bit. So after the dually didn't start, and some other things taking place, I mean, I've been out beating the bushes and the trees. I've got X amount of dollars owed to me by people, and nobody would cough up. Which that's not helping my situation either. Boy, I guess I don't like working with this door closed, but I guess I will. I can feel the cold air. Oh, and then in here is one of the components for the race motor, which we're still looking for a set of 3 9/16 stroker pistons. So, not having any luck finding any. Yet the one company that's got them says they're on back order. So yeah, we're gonna put that up on the engine stand again. That way I can get the main caps back on it and point out a few more things. And we can crack check the lifter valley real quick. Which means I can get Chop Shop's motor out here, check that, and see what we got. Anyway, I don't know, all of a sudden I started feeling really mean after the dually didn't start. I mean, I was getting quite livid. And I don't know why. I can tell you right now, my feet get wet. That's not good, and I can't handle that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. Squirrel actually went with me, and oh, that's the other thing. Went to pick up a set of spark plugs. Holy moly! Standard set of AC Delcos is almost 50 bucks for that orange motor. Alright. And then they wanted $20 for the zinc additive. I'm like, what in the world? Well, I called another place. The spark plugs are going to cost me $24, and the zinc additive was only $4, thank goodness. But still, come on. What? I don't know. I don't know what to say with that. So, yeah, between the zinc additive, spark plugs, and the oil and filter, that's almost a $100 bill nowadays. Holy moly! And the sad thing is, nobody had them on hand for the old stuff. Like, you gotta be kidding. I can't. Well, you could go to the iridium ones, and those are $9 a plug. I'm like, I don't think so. Wow. So, yeah. So, I guess I'll do what I can do to that motor, because right now I'm going to fire up the hot tank and get this candidate for the races ready to start inspecting and that, and see what we got for sure, and make sure there's like no shift cast iron. He says if it's got a lifter valley crack, don't worry about it. He says I run them. I'm like, okay, which makes sense. I mean, I don't know how many motors we ran that were broke. And looking back, I should have kept them, because now you can stitch them nowadays. Thought I was ready for the snow, and then I thought, the dually will start right up. Not today. I think the dually's actually out of gas is the problem. So that's the other thing. Just because everybody else has decided not to pay me because of Christmas and whatever excuse they can come up with, I get the plates on that dually. I better make sure it's got some work to do, because it's going to take about half a year to earn its plates. Now, so I guess I ain't gonna manhandle that. I will go ahead and get the cherry picker set up to lift that motor up and get the 2-wheel cart, move that one. Well, actually I'll walk that closer to the hot tank. But yeah, we're gonna do a little hot tank. It's snowing, it's cold, it's crappy, so I guess we're gonna work in the shop. And I want to also thank you guys that have been contacting me in private messages and on Facebook and that. Thank you. Some of you don't know, when you sent those messages, how important those messages were to me. Just talking to me helps. I mean, I'm trying to hold out. I'm going to continue to hold out as long as I can, because for me, there's not much else to do. Otherwise, sit around and wait to die. And I'm not into that. I'm not. So, we're going to keep plugging away, see what we can get done. And met a new guy last night from the Carolinas. I can't remember north or south. Had a nice chat with you, and you'll know who you are. Yeah, things look pretty bleak, but I woke up today. I'm still trying. The one person I thought was going to chew my butt today didn't, because he's having the same issues. I mean, thankfully he understands. And I still had bank issues because they said they weren't going to return any checks during this, and they did. They returned 2 checks on me, so really? So banks, they're not there to help you anymore. They're just there to help themselves to your money without giving you any service back. So yeah. And I got a guy that wanted four of my 4-bolt mains, which I actually don't think I got 4 4-bolt mains. And he wanted them to be standard. He was wanting to trade me 2 454 short blocks. I'm like, well, without the heads, I thought about that a little longer. And without the heads, it's kind of useless because I ain't got the money to go buy big block heads, and I already got 1 big block laying here, possibly 2. I might do a little wheeling dealing with the guy on another motor. So, which I just thought of another motor that guy's got sitting there he was thinking about selling. So yeah, so we're gonna have to tear into that and see how everything is. I know I'm long-winded today. It's just that kind of day. It's just, oh crud, I gotta go out. I gotta go. I forgot. Kid put water jugs in the back of the truck. They're probably solid blocks by now, as cold as it is. There's the 4 jugs she put in there. They're crunchy. They've been in there, let's see, just over an hour, and they've already started freezing. I went from room temperature water at home to sitting in the back of the truck, so the windshield driving out here to now. I don't think the cat will want to drink any of the water, or the dog. It's a little cold. Oh well. Yes, I'm just kind of. I really don't know what I am right now. I just really don't. I want to say bored, but I'm not. But I'm relieved, but I'm not. It just, I don't know. Oh, I found out I can get more X-Rods. So if any of you guys out there want those X-Rods, let me know. The guy that I'm working with now has got plenty of them, and he says he's got plenty of Meladon and ARP rod bolts. So it's your choice of which rod bolts you want. And hit me up and I'll let you know what they're costing. So now if I can just get me a rod heater, then I'd have the rods reconditioned, and I can put the pistons on myself. They're still a little spendy for installing pistons. So look at the cat. He's over there like, boy, that's cold. Alright, I'm going to get the 1 motor on the engine stand, get the hot tank fired up, and yeah, the furnace, I walked in here, it was warm. That's the first time it's turned on since I've been here an hour, and I'll keep track of see how long it takes to shut off. So anyway, I gotta go shut the door because I guess that's letting in a lot more cold air than what I thought. Okay, if there's a segment in here before I left, sometimes I forget to take stuff out. If it's still there, sorry. I kind of had a meltdown. That furnace back there, it's back down to working on 1 coil. I just Anyway, look at this. There's what we got so far. I mean, got to rotate a little, but it's coming clean. It's a little rusty, but you bore them and equal deck them. That don't make a difference. The rust on the inside is what sucks. On the so let's see, where'd I put it? Right there. I gotta rotate this thing here. Oops, sorry. And I used cherry picker. My back's not taking handling this stuff too well right now. The only reason this has got liquid on it yet is because I didn't knock the soft plugs out or anything, because that was a greasy, dirty pig. And I don't know what that bracket is, but it's going to have to come off there, see? That bracket is bent just right to where wow, that thing is, I wonder how that got bent. That's a pretty good chunk of metal to be folding over, huh? Okay, now it'll clear this up. There's a little. Oh, come on. Usually it's not that hard to do. That's what I thought. Just clearing just now. As you see, hopefully there ain't a broke off. Nope, it's just dirt. Okay. Worried there was a broke off bolt in there. Well, I'll spray it down with the, use a simple green right now. I gotta work on this hot tank again because the spray from jet spray from underneath doesn't seem to be spraying up. I think it's full of a bunch of junk, but alright, there's that. And I guess I'll get power to that and we'll do some crack checking. So, alrighty. Alrighty, what do you guys see? You guys see an engine block, huh? Okay, well, it's working. And when you crack check something, you go like this and then you shut it off. What we're checking for here is cracks around the bolt holes, but here's where you really want to check it, and it kind of gets tough down in here. Is so far we're looking good. No cracks so far. Because if there was a crack, it'd show up as a white line, since this is the white powder. And where I thought I was a little worried, I thought we were going to have something, and we didn't, so. So far this one's okay. And this is where I should have my vacuum hooked up. And then, like I said, you continue. Cool. And the other spot, like I said, I want to get the vacuum going before I move this, because you don't want this stuff all over your shop. Because if there was a problem, then right here I thought there was going to be a problem, there would have been a strong white line develop. And we don't have it. So the other thing I want to do is roll this upside down and check the side of the block. Now, let's see. That's all stuck to the block right now, so. Okay. Since I'm seeing that we've had the frost plugs replaced, put it. It's looking good so far, so. That's good. It's going to be a handy thing to have around for a while until I can get my own bot. You don't want that stuff all over, so far this block's passing, which is good. I was a little worried about it. So, especially since it had three or four soft plugs replaced. So, alright, I want to start at the hot tank, finish cleaning that block, so I can go home in a little while. Sometimes when you're working on a Chevy, you gotta get a little rough with them. You gotta put a little heat to them. Get these galley plugs out, and you guys even see. Galley plugs I need out of this motor so I can get her clean. So. And you don't have to use heat. You can sit there and carefully drill them out, but Sometimes even with the heat you can't get them, so when you are resort to grill them. Always make sure your torch is in a safe location. Here's your crack loose. There's one down. You really don't want to heat the block, you just want to heat that plug. Loosen right up. Couldn't budge it before. This one you need a torch. Couldn't budge that one a little bit ago. Just put enough heat back in, maybe this one will. Nope. And I've seen it happen where a guy didn't heat these plugs and we're trying to put oil restrictors in a motor. That's what he did. He broke the back of the block here. Okay, cool. One screw, but it is. Doing this on camera, this is proving me to fight this time. I can lay my hand on it. It's not that hot. I've got the heat, so it's hitting the plug more than anything. Make sure I ain't hitting the cylinder. Getting it. I got that plugged in charging. Give it this last screw on and we'll let it. Okay, we'll let it cool off and see what happens. Spots. I'll show you guys something here. Yeah. This is why you take these plugs out. Right here. This one up here on the deck. Look at the crud that's in there. All that would have stayed in your motor, and if it would have worked loose, it would have fell down into the main oil stream and got your motor. Here. Let's see. See all that gunk in there? That's why you got to take all your galley plugs out, and the one I talk about straight down right there. Which, when you look at the block, it's right in that area of the block. Is the back of your block, that's where that galley plug goes in, right in there. So, yep. cool. I'll shine these up and clean them, and that's the galley plugs I need for the back of that one. Just playing musical plugs right now. And I guess if you feed them like that and it still don't come undone, then you know you got to pull them. I'll drill them. And you got to be careful about doing that, because if you get off center, it'll mess them up. And also, while I've got this here, the other thing you want to do too, looking at this deck here, I'm probably going to end up having it decked because that's pretty ate up there. So another thing you do is you chase all your threads, so when you put your head bolts on, they got no resistance. But yeah, and I want to see that'll come out. And now that's one of the importance on taking your galley plugs out. Sorry, I had to think for a second. Check out the galley plug right there behind the oil filter. Look at that. Look at that nasty stuff that's in there. So yeah, if you didn't believe it before, there you go. I'll show you that's in there. Let's see. Do this. And all behind the... That was right above the oil filter, so... Yep. So that's one reason you got to get all these out. Just so you can... Otherwise you're going to have crusty stuff go through and ruin your motor. Well, yeah, I guess I'll show you guys the race motor here in a minute or two. I'm going to finish up so I can get out of here. Okay, I'm about shot. I'm going to leave that torch out in the middle of nowhere. It shouldn't be lit, but I know a shop that had a problem once. They thought the torch was out, put it on the tank, and yeah, that made an interesting fire. But look at here. This is that dirty one-piece rear main seal motor, which actually after cleaning up don't look that bad. There's some rust. There'll be a little bit of wire brushing to do. But yeah, there. I know I haven't taken any of the galley plugs out yet, but I wanted to get it clean so I could use it or work on it. And this block was machined for a fuel pump. Some of them are and aren't. This was originally a roller cam motor. Probably won't be now. And let's see. Well, I'll go down like this. Lifter valley really cleaned up too. Let's see, you guys gotta... There. Lifter valley cleaned up nice. There's some spots, but at least now it's workable. And I don't have to get so darn dirty working on it. Yeah. Rear main seal cap's missing, but I've got extras of those. I've thrown enough of these blocks away. But yeah, see how all the bolt holes are full of mud? This thing must have been drug around and thrown around for quite a bit. And it's kind of looking pretty good. Cylinders look like hell. But and then also when you're inspecting, make sure you don't have any cracks from there, because that is kind of thin. Because a lot of them don't put the starter braces on them anymore. But yeah, from that dirty, grungy looking thing I brought home to now, we got something we can put on the stand and start looking over and getting ready for turning into a race motor. Yeah, this is going to be one of the race motors. So I guess, like I said, I'm continuing to try to keep things going, but it's going to take some help. I got to find some help somehow. I got to find, I don't know, I guess I'm going to have to try a spot and see if I can borrow a few dollars and see if I can get the parts I need to finish these projects to get them turned into cash. That's what the whole idea behind a lot of this was, is just get them, use them for the videos, and then get them done and sold and keep the cash flow going so we can keep going at this. Look at how dry my hand is. Look at all the red spots. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Whew. And as I move my head, I'm kind of getting a little lightheaded, so it's nice and warm in here now, but oh, I don't know what's going to be tomorrow because they're broadcasting warnings, 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 so extreme cold. And I want to go get the spark plugs and the zinc in that cam plug for that motor so we can well, if it's going to be that cold, I'm not opening the shop door, that's for sure. So I guess we can get her prepped and ready. The fire when it warms back up. Hey, not bad. 1:15. And you know what I'm doing, guys? I'm just let's see, what did I eat today? I ate a ham and cheese croissant. Then I ate a small little McRib and a chicken breast sandwich. And when Squirrel and I got down to the one town, she was hungry for McDonald's fries, so she got me a large fry. That's all I've ate today. Literally, all I've ate. And then, of course, drinking water. I'm down to 1:15. Now I'll go home, and if I'll continue this video, I'll go home and I've also tested portion size. It don't make a difference if I got a piece this big or cover the whole plate. I go up the same amount. So, and since I'm at 1:15, I'm not taking my insulin until I get home to where I know I can eat, because I don't want to drop and pass out. But I must got it warm in here. Water's almost slightly warm today. Yeah, it looks like we're about above 60. Well, yeah, that hot tank helps. So, but yeah, now this 354 volt main, I don't know what I'm going to do with. It's got a little more cylinder rust than what I want. I was hoping it was going to be a good standard block, because I do have a good set of standard pistons, but I do have another block. I gotta hone it. That's what I really need to. I need to get my hone for here, and then I'll be good. But otherwise, I'm going to get some sheet metal, and we're going to make our own. Use a 1/2-inch drill. You got to just turn that hone a constant speed, and then I can rig up a stop or something. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully here in the next few days that 350 is running and sold. Then we can take the money from that to get the parts for the Trailblazer, and maybe I can get it in the cousin's shop, get the front end rebuilt, and then it'll be all the parts installed for the electrical stuff, and then we can find some tires and drive it for a while and see if we can get her sold. It's still worth something. But either that, or I'll start driving that and save mileage on the truck, and maybe I'll go further on gas too. I mean, Squirrel's coming up. She's going to need here pretty soon. She's going to be starting driver's ed. Yes, I said driver's ed. And, yeah, she's going to need something to drive. And I'm proud of her. She is saving her money. She told me what she's got in the bank. I patted her on the back and said, good job, sweetie. She's doing really good, folks. For what she's made and what she's got in the bank, she's doing really, really good. Which, you know, I was a teenager once. When you had money, it burnt a hole in your pocket. But she's doing really, really well. She is aiming to get the paint so we can paint the car that she's wanting to drive. So, you know, if she wants to change the color, we'll change it to. She said, can we make it a metallic blue? Which that'd be kind of a cool. So, be a little more work jamming it or whatever. Or we might just say to heck with it and paint it blue and not worry about the door jams because it's an older car. But I think the reason she wants to change it because she doesn't want it to be the same color as her sister's. So if her sister gets in trouble, she don't want to be getting pulled over for her sister. Yeah, I could tell my number is down closer to normal because I'm babbling and that and yeah, the other thing is I gotta find 2 more rods so I can complete a set of 400 rods. I'll get those done up and then get a set of pistons and have that block finish honed. And I think I'm just going to put that 400 together as a stock 400 just to use those parts up. I wanted to stroke it and that, but don't really have a use for the crankshaft if I don't use it as a 400. Or maybe I might look and see about putting some 6-inch rods in it and different pistons, and but then you got to run on the clearance issues and that. I mean, there are so many things once you start modifying a motor and changing its parts. You really got to pay attention to, and that's what I'm trying to get lined up. I want to get lined up and have a complete engine build to show what goes on. And I got to learn to shut the TV off. MASH is on, and I like that show. So, yeah, nice to be able to correct check stuff and know it's good. And I was pretty sure it was good too, because I've found some after coming out of the hot tank and it's hot and that, and if you blow it off and there's a spot that gets wet again, then that kind of tells you there's a leak there. So I'm just thinking, because when I get up tomorrow morning with the windshield factors that it's going to be, I want to make sure I go get what I need and get back. I'm trying to look around too to see if there's anything else I could clean to justify turning on that hot tank to keep it warm, help keep it warm in here. And I'm sorry for getting upset earlier, and that's what I go through in a day. I can be happy-go-lucky 1 second, then the next thing I know, turn around, it's going backwards. And I found I got a hold of one of my friends overseas and talked to him, and that's just what I needed. I tried to talk to the wife, and she wasn't hearing any of it. And talked to my buddy. He helped me through it. And I would love to get my passport and have the money to go see him. He's been a real good friend all these years. So, and that's what I need sometimes, just somebody to talk to. But anyway, everybody, I suppose I'm going to give up, get out of here, and go start the truck so it warms up, because let's see what the temp is right now. The temp is 1 degree. Yep, we got a wind chill warning in it issued, and let's see what that was. So yeah, I just did a post today, and it just I better check this post out. The guy's looking for a V8. 350. I know you guys are going, what are you doing? Okay. Yeah, looks like I'm a little too late for that post. Looks like a bunch of guys already. That's my luck. I'm always one step behind. So yeah, and I've been kicking around the idea for. I just gotta go home and do some searching for parts. I gotta get some prices, get some goals to shoot for, and get these motors done and built. I got that 396 out of that 65 Chevelle. That was a manual training car, and that's got the steel crank in it, and it's got the good big ported heads on it from back in the day. I want to get that put together. I never had a big block for myself to stay. So I got the 396 and Buddy's 454 block. I don't know. I might end up with that. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. And I also talked to the guy on the sawmills. He's like, well, you got room? I'm like, no, not really, but we're trying to figure out how to get the room or find somewhere to set up and get those started. So, all right, I've said it. I'm going this time. See y'all later. Have a good one. Stay warm.